Garrett, thanks for joining us on the show, man.
Appreciate you having me, man. Great to be here.
Yeah, so really want to get into a few conversations with you about your role in the Raptors, about your journey through 12 teams in 14 years, about generational differences in the NBA right now, because I think it's actually really funny. And I'm gonna hit you with a little surprise too, but we'll start here on the Raptors, right? So take me through the conversations with Bobby and Masai this summer, right? When they pitched you to come on the team, what do they tell you about sort of your role and sort of like their expectations for how this is gonna go?
Well, Masai and I actually got we met and exchanged numbers just as friends in I want to say in 2018 at in South Africa. So we had known each other, and then we saw each other again summer before last at an event in Florida, a Black leadership event, and he told me whatever just in general, whenever you have any questions about the league or anything like that, hit me up, you know. And then this opportunity came up, and when I was released by the Pelicans, and they were the first team to call. Darko called, told me he admired me from afar, and then I talked to Bobby and Masai, and they told me they wanted me to be a veteran leader, to be a guy that's ready to play whenever my name is called, but first and foremost, be a guy that can be a good influence on players here, show them what professionalism is, and that's what I'm trying to do every day.
Yeah. In those conversations, when they would decide to bring on more veteran leaders, like, can you speak about the importance of that around the NBA? Because not every team in the league is like the Raptors, right? The Raptors actually got a couple of vets. I saw Thad just speaking post practice there. Otto obviously been around. By the way, this is your third time being teamed with Otto. That's got to be
it
that's
is my third
hilarious.
time. Yeah, I was Otto's vet in DC. And then we were in Chicago together, and now here. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, the three of you guys were all also in Chicago together with that too, but that's a rarity in the league nowadays, right? So, you speak to sort of the importance of that and sort of like what that does for a locker room. Yeah, I'll help you with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important because most guys obviously is coming to the league 1-2 years out of college, and Grady, for example, is 19 years old, just turned 20. Scottie in his third year, 21, 22 years old. It's Gary Trent is semi-vet on our team, and he's 24 years old. So to have people that are obviously the league is a lot younger, so to have guys that are mid-30s, some would say I'm late 30s, to be able to have gone through things and understand different situations, give a different perspective, it's always good. And it's great to have more than one because eventually one voice gets stale. So to have more than one voice, speak to those things, I think it definitely helps the team. And I think it's something that most teams should really think about having.
So I think for every player, for most players in the league, like it feels like they're like the CEO of their own company. They got all these people depending on them. They're so public. But I think it takes a level of humility to get to the point where you accept, like, okay, I'm going to accept the role. I'm going to accept being a vet. What was that moment for you?
It's interesting, man. That's so true. Unless you're the number 5 pick or below, if you play 14 years, you're going to have to figure that out eventually. For me, I was fortunate. It's a blessing in disguise that I was never highly touted out of high school, never highly touted out of college, didn't get drafted, played in the G League to start my career, had a couple of stints there, played overseas during a lockout year. All of those things allowed me to stay grounded and to stay in a mindset of do whatever I can for the coach, for the team to win. So having that type of team-first mentality, I think, allowed me to transition into this role much easier than your regular, A-type personality NBA player. So, I've seen a lot of guys, seen a lot of teammates that were very talented, but were not starting or weren't playing, starter minutes, and their mindset or attitude, got them out of the league. It had nothing to do with their talent. So I've seen that enough to understand as well. Being a professional can get you a long way.
And look, that point comes for everybody. I'm thinking about a guy that you were teammates with in Sacramento, And Vince
DC.
Carter, right? Vince Carter was like, I mean, everyone in Toronto knows what Vince Carter was. We saw peak Vince Carter. He was like arguably the most marketable, if not him, Kobe, Shaq. Like there was like the top 3 AI at the time too.
Right.
To go from that, and then he carves out this like great longevity in his career for like 10 years as a vet. Goes here, goes there, Atlanta, Sacramento, Memphis, Dallas, all these places. Yeah, I mean, it takes a certain personality, right? Because not a lot of stars make that kind of transition.
Nah, and that speaks to what type of person he is. You know, if anybody that knows Vince well knows how humble he is as a person, how down to earth he is. When I first met him, when I first as a teammate in Sacramento, you know, just talking to him and we playing golf a lot together, and just seeing how he, you know, it's you know, players in the NBA treat their teammates a certain way. We're all millionaires. But when you see how somebody treats staff, when you see how somebody treats a waitress, when you see how somebody treats an Uber driver, that's when you realize what type of people they really are.
Yeah, right.
And that's, you know, that's why I'm not surprised Vince was able to do that, because that's the type of person he is.
Yeah. Okay, back to your role right now. So you got 2 guys in Grady and Gary Trent. Right now they're struggling a little bit. They're just a little bit down on the season. What's the process like? Because obviously, you know, you can relate to these guys. You guys, you literally play the same position. What's your advice and what's your process for like, you know, reaching out to them and sort of like helping them get back to the players that they are?
Just feel them out. You know, sometimes it's just as the most you can do or the most you should do is just say, you got it this game, bro. You know, when you got shots, let them fly. You're gonna knock them down. You're gonna get out of this rut. Okay. You know, especially with Gary, this is not his first time being in a situation where he's not making as many shots as he expects to make, or not getting as many shots. You know, but the well will fall eventually. I mean, eventually he's gonna hit 6-7 threes in a game for us, and they're gonna be big. Grady, on the other hand, not being in the rotation last game, you know, and being a rookie, not going through the situation yet, you may, you know, tell him to ask you any questions that you may have, or, you know, put a few more things in his ear. In these play groups after shoot around, you know, pump him up. If you're on his team or if you're on another team, just tell him to be aggressive. Give him a few more tidbits. But for a guy like Gary, just remind him that he is a shooter, and he doesn't need reminding of that. He has a great mindset of the next shot's going in. But just a couple of words of encouragement.
Yeah. You know, I think sometimes too, it's sometimes like the players got to listen to you too. You know, like you can't just always be delivering to them. Right? You can't, you know, be unprompted trying to give them advice. Like you know,
for sure,
you got to pick your spots.
That's what makes, you know, when people say this person was a good young guy or a good rookie, that's what makes somebody a good rookie or, you know, a good young player in the league. Somebody that obviously they're immensely talented and know a lot about basketball. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it this far. But them understanding that they do not know everything and that they seek out information. That's one of the best attributes about Scottie Barnes. He's a very cerebral player, knows a lot, knows more than 75% of the NBA in terms of his IQ. But he's very much a guy that's always asking questions, asking what do I see here, what do I see there, and wants to learn. And the best players are continually learning.
Yeah, that's great to hear about Scottie. And, you know, that's what's going to really help him in the long run, too. Plus, he's also, you know, crazy talented, man. You know, come into the league. He came into the league with the NBA ready body.
It's crazy.
The skill set was there.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously he's going to work out. Another thing I want to ask you about, because I always come here and I see you guys shooting around. You, Dennis, Malachi. Sometimes other guys join you, but those are the core 3, I feel like.
Yeah, 3 Musketeers.
Yeah, I was going to say, first off, you guys definitely need a little nickname. So
we do need a nickname. That's true. We got to figure that
out. And we talk to Dennis every week. You know, Dennis gets a little shy sometimes when we mention that shooting competition, but I see how competitive it is. I saw Malachi win it today. This guy literally ran a whole lap around the facility.
He ran before he won. So, because he was the first shooter. So the other 2 guys who shot second and third always get a chance. So me and Dennis missed on purpose for him to go ahead and get that run.
Nah, wow.
But he ran a little prematurely. Dennis does it too sometimes.
Okay. All right. That's I mean that's good though, because you know one of the big stories this year is just like seeing the whole organization from Darko, from from Dennis, from you, like just putting the arm around Malachi and saying like, we believe in your talent, we believe you can go. He hasn't really had that for 4 years here, and whatever the situations before you weren't here for, but he just didn't have that same confidence as he has now, man.
Right.
Never seen him do something like that before.
Nah, for sure. Mal is a very laid back, chill guy. It was great to see him do that because he's not a morning person at all. He continually reminds me and Dennis that. Dennis isn't either. So usually I win all the games on shoot around. I got to build up my shoot around wins. So when they get there, they're warm on the practice days. But I remember watching Mal as a rookie. I think that was the Tampa year, and thinking to myself, this young guy can play. He had he played against the team I was on, and he played well. But he's quick. He can get downhill. He's a great spot up shooter. And he has a mentality of, he's not going to back down from anyone. So Dennis and I both love that mentality. We think he's a very good. He can have a long career in the league, and we can continue to push him because he's a guy that's going to be important for us, just like he was in Indiana a couple of nights ago.
Yeah. Listen, I want to talk a lot about your role with the union too, because there's so much going on. But they just gave me the signal of like, we got to cut our time a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna skip ahead of that. Maybe we'll interview you next time and talk about that, because I really want to talk about the process of the players agreeing to play in the bubble, how that was. I'm sure that was a very busy time for you.
Yes, sir.
The new CBA that was signed. I'm sure again very busy time for you.
Right.
And even just what your future looks like, because I read around that you're taking your LSATs too, so I'm curious to see what you do long term.
Yep.
Say that for another conversation. Let's talk about generational differences in the league right now, right? So you're from the era right now where you play with Vince, you're golf buddies with Kyle Lowry as well, right?
Yes.
You're from that era, right? But then I was thinking about training camp. Grady had this wild quote where he said about you, I could almost be his son. And he just turned 20. It actually is like biologically
feasible. Very much
feasible. So. Yeah. I want to ask you, like, so for the young guys coming in now, like, is it different in terms of how they can carve a role in the league versus when you first came in, like 14 years ago now?
That's an interesting question. I don't know if I've had that one. Is it different for them a different way that they can carve it out? Honestly, that's one of the things that has not changed, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think that's one thing. The NBA skill set is the NBA skill set in terms of being able to do one thing at an elite level. Will allow you to play in the league. 2 things will allow you to be really good. 3 things will allow you to be, all-star. All NBA guy. So, for Grady right now, that's his ability to shoot. I think. He's coming in as a scorer. Guys are stronger, faster. So his ability to shoot and move without the ball will be something that we're continuing to push him to do when he's open, let it fly with his size. But I think that is one thing that hasn't changed. If you can shoot at a high level, you'll be able to play. If you can defend at a high level, you'll be able to play. Rebound at a high level as a big, you'll be able to play. Play with crazy energy. Gerald Wallace type guy, you'll find a way on the court. So those things, in my opinion, have stayed the same.
Yeah, well, I think one thing that's changed too is the league has gotten younger in your time in the league, right? So there's certain teams and organizations where they have like 10 guys under 20, 25, like 25, and like who knows? That's why I asked the question. It's like, who knows which one of these? They're all talented, but who's going to get the opportunity? Who's going to stand out?
Exactly.
That's the tricky part because. I'm sure it was a little bit different from your era. I want to ask you about phones, too. How did phones and social media change the locker room dynamic? Because when you first came in, it wasn't...
No.
It's like 2010. People were still not really... They were, like, using the internet on their computers.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I didn't get Instagram until I was during the lockout season when I was in Italy. That was 12. So it's different, man. Paying attention to your phone and seeing what people are posting and like it's, I guess it's the old adage now. I guess it's an old adage where it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a gift and a curse. Things that help, things that hurt. So guys have to, as much as they can, try to, like for me, if I have a bad game, I don't even go on Twitter. Like when I was on Twitter, when I was paying attention to Twitter. If I had a bad game, I wouldn't go on Twitter, just because I know what it would be. And if you can get to a point where you just don't have social media, then that's, in my opinion, not a bad way. Or have somebody run it for you.
Yeah,
that's probably the easiest thing to do. But that's not realistic. So, just have a mindset of these people have no idea what they're talking about, and I could care less. I use Twitter to see what Woj and Shams are going to say. That's during free agency. That's basically it.
They got to set up a text service just for NBA people.
Real talk.
All right. Well, we talking about Twitter, but I'm going to show you something on Twitter that came across because I think this might speak to generational differences or not. All right. I want you to read this tweet that was from Chet Holmgren, who's like 20, 21. And I want you to tell me if you understand what he's saying here.
54 from Trey Ball is OD shooting hang pulls. Yeah, for sure.
You got that? Okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people saw this online and their reaction was, I must be washed because I don't understand what kids are saying these days. But
nah, he's saying 54% from the three.
Yeah.
Is OD, which is,
good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shooting hang pulls. KD's patting the shot as the left hand hang. Act like, hezzy.
Yeah.
It's a hezzy pull.
Yeah.
We call it a hezzy pull, but he calls it hang pulls. Nah.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
good.
So I'm not too washed. That's good.
You're not washed. This is good. This is good. All right. Last question because they're wrapping it up. Give me your starting five of the best vets, to you in your career.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah.
It has to be like a point guard or two guard.
We're positionless.
Positionless?
We doing 2023.
We're doing
man.
the SPO thing.
Yeah.
Best vets. Antonio McDyess.
Okay.
Oh man, Drew Gooden. We were in Milwaukee together, and then in DC. But when we were in Milwaukee, he was my vet. Steven Jackson, Charlotte.
Yep.
What was that? Is that three players?
That's three.
And I got to go with Manu Ginobili.
Ooh.
San Antonio, and Tim Duncan.
It's a good team.
That's a hell of a team.
That might be a championship team right there of just veterans, man. All right. Yeah, you've been around the league a long time. I know you got lots of stories. We got to set up another conversation just to talk about the other stuff, but appreciate your time now. And, best luck with the rest of the season.
Appreciate you, bro.